Hey guys, it's YOU WACK. Now, I already know what you're wondering. Zach, where are your tax records? Are you tax evading again this year? Well, yeah. You're also probably thinking, Zach, it's been 2 whole weeks! Where is Chef You Wack? And it's coming! In fact, here's a little sneak peek of it. I'm probably gonna upload this either Sunday or Monday, or whenever I feel like it. Today, I wanted to talk about what is possibly one of the best experimental updates Overwatch has ever seen, because yesterday, right after I uploaded the video talking about, well, the last Overwatch update being the Summer Games update, they updated the experimental mode that was really focused on nerfing a lot of the Double Shield meta. Something that I kind of forgot people complained about, because it just seems like people complain about anything Overwatch related. And looking at a lot of these changes, it really does show promise that this is probably going to be the last leg of the Double Shield meta, but I find it very important to do a video like this where I compare the experimental update to the live servers so that you can see for yourself how drastic of changes these are, if they actually are drastic or if they're irrelevant. So let's look at all the hero changes, and then I'm going to talk about what this means for the game. And from the looks of it, this is pretty good for the game. So first hero up with this update is Brigitte. Any single time Brigitte is in a patch note update, it's always a nerf, and this is a huge one. Her base health is now 150, but she still has 200 health, where 50 of it is armor, but they did nerf the healing from her Inspire passive ability. This was something that I suggested, where now she's less of a team healer, but she's able to heal more of herself, which to me at first kind of seemed backwards, because a big reason why people got pissed off at Brigitte was that she couldn't die. We'll get into that, but there's more to talk about. Erisa, one half of the tanks of the Double Shield meta, now her base armor is dropping down by 50, giving her 400 armor, so just how she was when she first came into the game. But the Holt is the biggest change here, where the radius now got decreased to 4 meters, meaning that you're not able to just pull anybody off of the map like on Rialto, but you are able to fire the Holt a whole lot faster. Like, this thing is zooming. It's Sonic speed, bruh. So out of all heroes from this patch, I really didn't expect Pharah to get any, but I love this change because the movement speed whenever you're flying in the sky now got increased by 20%, meaning you can be a whole lot more slippery. It's hard to showcase in here, but it really does feel a lot more fluid. But there is a compensation nerf where whenever you use your jet engine fuel, it's a lot slower to regenerate. It's very minuscule, but side to side, you're able to see the difference. Oh yeah, and rocket barrage got reduced by half of a second. I mean, you're still gonna die even after 1 second, so this nerf is kind of useless. So Roadhog got a lot of changes where his ammo clip got reduced to 5 ammo per clip, his damage got increased to 7 per projectile, but now the amount that you shoot is slowed down, but when you look at it side to side, it's the same kind of speed as terms of time to kill. And this is also just kind of going back to the old version of Roadhog, it kind of feels like. Slower shooting, higher damage, less ammo. Okay, I guess. So Sigma's changes are the most notable and probably the biggest changes in regards of nerfing the Double Shield meta, where his shield now only has 700 hit points, so a 200 point reduction, but the regeneration rate got decreased also to 80 points per second. And that's why it's important to show you side by side, because not only does the 900 point shield have more health points, but it also regenerates a lot faster. So a lot of the time they try to do complementary buffs, these are just 2 nerfs back to back. On top of that, kinetic grasp, 2 extra seconds, but whenever it comes to long second cooldown abilities, having even longer cooldowns, it doesn't really faze me. But unlike Sigma, Symmetra got some fire buffs, where now you have a 4-second delay every single time you're not actually hitting something with Symmetra's beam. So whether that's going to be a shield or a target, you're going to be losing charge, but a whole lot slower. And I guess the teleporter is 2 seconds faster whenever you break it. But again, longer cooldowns, it doesn't really faze me at this point. And just like Pharah, Zenyatta got some patch love too, where his secondary fire is a lot quicker to charge and a lot quicker to fire. Now that was everything in this experimental update, and from the community's reaction, it seems like everybody's really happy with the changes. Now obviously if you're a Sigma main or a Brigitte main, you probably hate it, but if you're a Brigitte main at this point, you should be used to abuse, alright? That's why you play Brigitte, is because you like whips and chains. But why are people really liking all these changes? Well, that's what the second part of this video is for, is to explain why these changes are potentially good. Now, I know everything is subjective. Like I said before, if you're a Sigma main, Orisa main, Brigitte main, you probably hate these changes, but the whole point of this was to really tone down the effectiveness of the Double Shield meta. And there's lots of layers when it comes to these changes as to how this affects the Double Shield meta, so let's break down the layers. Well, the biggest impact is going to be felt from the Sigma changes. Obviously, he's a big culprit as to why Double Shield is so effective, and the fact that they decreased it by 200 points, a 700 shield, that's almost like the old Winston bubble. Now it's going to be going down a lot faster, but you won't be seeing it as much because a smart Sigma player is going to want it to let it recharge, but it's going to be recharging a lot slower. So since Sigma is going to be at the forefront, you're more likely going to be able to kill him a lot easier even after an Erisa shield goes out. Because again, you have to remember that even though Sigma's shield goes down quite easily, you still have Erisa shield which doesn't have a regeneration. It has a cooldown, yeah, but once you break that Erisa shield, Sigma is going to be left in the open with his pants down more than likely because of the fact that either A, the shield is not going to be at its full potential 700 hit points, or B, the Sigma is going to want to let it recharge, meaning that he's going to be left in the open. But when it comes to the second half of the Double Shield tank meta with Erisa, I feel like these changes aren't really going to impact the Double Shield meta all too much. Yeah, 50 less armor, she's going to be more killable, but I really don't see this alone affecting Double Shield in comparison to Sigma. But when you look at another layer as to why the Double Shield meta is going to get dropped significantly, Symmetra's changes, I feel like is totally underrated, totally underappreciated in the efforts of stopping Double Shield. The fact that her primary fire doesn't lose charge as fast as it once did is going to be so effective, not only as a shield buster, which is how I always picture Symmetra, but as just an everyday DPS hero. Because you have to remember, Symmetra doesn't lose charge or ammo firing against a shield, but when it comes to a target, you also don't lose charge. You do lose ammo, but if you don't want to lose ammo quite as frequently, well then you can stop firing Symmetra's beam, but still have that level 3 charge to be able to do a lot of damage. That's why I really like the Symmetra change, is that it's good for everyday Symmetra players and tactical Symmetra players that are looking to beam down any kind of shield, specifically the Double Shield shields, Orisa's and Sigma shields. And then another tiny small layer, Zenyatta's changes, where you're able to fire a lot more frequently with the secondary fire, meaning you're able to have a lot more DPS against stuff like shields. You know, there's a lot of layers that stops the Double Shield meta, and it's all thanks because of these changes to the experimental mode. And when it comes to the other changes like Roadhog and Pharah and Brigitte, yeah, those are nice changes. Well, I don't know about Brigitte's changes. That's something that I'm still kind of confused by, because now she's able to be a lot more of a solo healer rather than just a team healer. But I guess that is in a way kind of good, because GOAT's, the main focal point, was Brigitte being that team healer. Well, now you're not really able to do that as effectively, but you're able to live a lot more of the time as Brigitte because of that self-healing opportunity. Even though, yeah, you have less health, I feel like this is like a compensation buff. But really, the things I wanted to focus on was the Double Shield, and I feel like Double Shield, it's going to be a lot less effective. Is it going to be going away anytime soon? I don't really think so, because if you do have the coordination, it can still be extremely effective, because you have double the amount of protection, but just as equally, if not more, of the DPS opportunity with Erisa. And especially now with the holds where you're able to fire it a lot quicker, you can catch a Zenyatta that is out of position a lot faster, beam them down, and boom, you get an easy kill, all because of this recent buff for Arisa's holds. But honestly, let me know what you guys think. I'm all over the place. I want to try my best just to focus on Double Shield, but there's just so many aspects with this experimental update. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.